What's up, boys?
How are we?
Little podcast here. So
Let's do it.
kind of like I guess what I wanted to chat about with the boys today is you look at like the podcast industry right now and how much information is out there and how many things are out there, and it's honestly getting to a point where it feels like podcasting has become, in a lot of ways, like almost any other media source, where between the sponsors and between the people you have going on, it seems almost like there's always an agenda to sell a product and create more complexity that makes people think they need more things to become healthy. And I really think people are getting overwhelmed by information and then they get analysis paralysis and they don't know what the fuck to do. So I just wanted to talk about today, like the simple things people can do to really nail the basics in just fundamental health.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I was just going to say, I think that's a good idea. I think, like, when it comes down to it, like you said, it is more about the basics and it is about the complexities of it. And we've touched on it before, but if you just focus really on the very, very basics, you're going to get like 95% of the way there. And I think that's what most people need to switch their focus to. So,
And I think health professionals, like we all love Paul Chek. We've loved them kind of since the day we started. And when you look at his 4 doctors, it's like if you can nail those 4 things day to day, you are going to have all the health that you need. So you have your Dr. Diet, Dr. Quiet, Dr. Movement, and Dr. Happy. And when you just think of how simple that really is, like eat good, organic, real food, move your body every day. Move it in different ways every day. Don't do a hard weight workout every day. Sometimes it's Tai Chi, sometimes it's stretching, sometimes it's running. Just Dr. Movement. The body needs movement. Dr. Quiet, like we need to sleep well. We need to do some form of mindful act, whether that's meditation or breath work or just going for a really slow swim. And then, Dr. Happy, like just doing shit that actually makes you happy.
Yeah, I think I'll touch on the movement part of that equation because I also think that's important. There's a lot of confusion around movement. So many people telling you different things when it comes to movement. I've heard this a few times, and I believe it to be true in my own training. You guys could probably say the same. You think back to like when Dad made us that basement gym, and we first got into working out. What your workouts looked like? They were very simple, right? It was like your simple pressing and your pulling and your simple lunging. As we started to educate ourselves and learn more, I'll speak for myself on this. My workouts started to look like super complex because I was getting all this information. I didn't necessarily know what to do with it. And my workouts started to look a lot different, a lot more complex. And now that I'm starting to learn more, my workouts actually look a lot more similar today to what they looked like in Dad's gym, our basement gym, versus what they looked like 4 years ago. And that literally just comes down to like going back to the basics of lifting. And I think a lot of intelligent people in that field would say the same thing. If you've seen a movement 100 times, it's probably a good one and it's probably simple. And if you've seen some like cool, crazy looking thing on Instagram, there's probably not much validity or like utility towards it. So I think that's a good example when it comes to movement of like my workouts look similar to when I was 15, 16 years old, a lot more similar to that than what they looked like 4 years ago when I just started getting into this field. So
yeah. And then I think also to combine the Dr. Movement and Dr. Happy. So obviously the Dr. Movement, like you were saying, keep things simple, but you can tie those two things together where it's like whatever type of movement that you actually really enjoy and you're not forcing yourself into doing it is what you should be doing. So even if it's not the perfect plan that we see online or the things that other health professionals and fitness professionals in the industry will tell you, oh, you need to be doing this to get stronger, faster, feel your best, whatever it is. Cool. If you stick to those things for a few weeks, but you hate doing it, you're not really going to drive results, right? But if you find something that you truly just enjoy doing, and even if it goes completely against what people are telling you should be doing, like if you enjoy running for 20 minutes, getting a really good sweat on, and then lifting some weights, there's nothing wrong with that. And if that's the type of workout that's actually going to keep you consistent and keep you going back to the gym or whatever the case may be, then that's really what you should be focusing on. And I think people just need to really have an understanding of that and not feel like, oh, like Josh said, there's all these different complex movements online, people telling you what to do. Just like stick to what you enjoy.
Yeah, and then the doctor diet, like there's a lot of complexity that can go into that, but at the end of the day, if you buy your food from a local farmer and you try to eat good quality meat, some fruits and vegetables and drink water, all the other stuff you see, like you need this micronutrient, you need this vitamin, you need this supplement. It's like, you don't need that. Sure, there's a time and a place where you can really optimize things, but for most of us, all we need to do is just eat high quality meat, eat high quality vegetables, high quality fruits, drink water, and you're literally going to be 99% of the way there. And you can ignore all of the fucking butter filled coffees and these crazy supplements. It's just unnecessary complexity that makes people get that analysis paralysis where they're like, I don't know what I should be doing, so now I'm just not going to do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just look at it from like everybody has their biases towards health, what they enjoy doing or what they think other people should be doing. But that's what makes the complexity of the environment is like the fact that everybody does have their own ways of going about things. And there's healthy people across a massive spectrum. Like it's not like the only healthy people you see do A, B, and C, and everybody else that doesn't do those is unhealthy. And that should go to show you like there's healthy fucking people that are marathon runners, that are weightlifters, that are vegan, that eat a lot of meat, that eat carnivore, that eat normal diets, like a blend of nutrients. So at the end of the day, everybody has their biases. You're going to have your bias as well. As long as you're doing the right things consistently enough, like you said, the specifics of what you're doing, it's not irrelevant, but it doesn't matter maybe as much as people think.
Yeah, and also too, I think what gets like just tossed to the curb in all our culture in a big way is the importance of social connection and just feeling good about your life. Like the idea of you see these people in Europe and they're fucking smoking cigarettes and they're out in their garden and they're eating carbs and they're living great lives, healthy lives, vibrant lives. It's like, well, why is that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure. Is doing those things detrimental to health? Of course it is. But at the end of the day, what's more detrimental is being socially isolated, not having a community of people that you actually can depend on and that you love, not being outside in nature, and always feeling the stress of life. Like, I have to do more, I have to get more. These things are all going to be, in my opinion, way more detrimental than, oh, I had pasta for dinner. Like,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And like when it comes down to having people around you that are, whether they're aligned with your goals or not, as long as you have people around you in life that care about you, that provide you with that social connection, that provide you with just the happiness of like being around people, that is going to do so much for your ability to actually go forward in life and stick to the healthy habits. Like I know for me personally, if I'm in a state where if I'm not feeling my best, maybe I've been like way too focused on work, not focused enough on myself, my connection with my friends and my family, then my like healthy habits that I just enjoy doing start to almost seem like difficult or like I'm trying to put too much effort into them. And I think having a good group of people around you can really just like help keep you on track.
well, that's a great point too, because when you look at what you just said, that's you becoming more stressed, not enjoying your life as much, and that stress response really building up. And health should be a natural process that is just done with ease. But when you're constantly stressed out and you're not doing things that you enjoy, everything feels heightened. So making those good decisions actually becomes difficult because of your state.
Yeah, definitely.
There's also a lot of, I've actually said this to clients a few times, or I've had this conversation with them where when it comes to like the connection you have with people and enjoying the time you spend with them, you can relate that to training. And say there was some crazy smart dude that opens up a gym in Collingwood and he's been in the industry for 20 years and he has way more knowledge than we have collectively just because of the time that he's spent, and maybe his education is super high. It's not like your clients are just going to be like, oh, there's a smarter person that can work me out, so I'm going to now leave you guys and go to them. It's like the people that train with us enjoy the environment, they enjoy the people that are in that environment. And yeah, of course they're looking for results and they're looking for high quality training, but at the end of the day, they're happy where they are. Like they enjoy coming to the gym and hopefully enjoy spending the hour with myself or you guys or whoever the coach is in there, even the group stuff. Like the connection that they have to the place and the people definitely drives their decision making when it comes to where they do want to allocate the money to train, right? So for a lot of people, it doesn't only come down to the people that they're around and enjoying those people, but that's a major player in the game.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Kind of like going off of that a little bit and just talking about how people will want to surround themselves with people that they align with, or they think what they're doing in life is something that they would want to do in life or they kind of aspire towards. We've talked a little bit about opening up a gym down south in Central America, and just how that would like benefit our life from a sense that it's going to provide us with so much happiness. And I think that's just something that, like, I don't know, maybe you can touch on it a little bit more, but something that we want to do with our brand that's just going to bring us happiness, joy, and like a new adventure. What are your guys' thoughts on
Yeah, for sure. I
oh
mean, it's not like opening up a gym on a small beach in Guatemala, running like group classes or something is going to make you tons of money. You know what I mean? So the main reason for us to want to do it isn't we're not looking at it from a financial lens, like you said. It's just something that we're passionate about. We think it'd be fun, and we love the people that we've met down there, and we think it'd be a great community. At least for me, I think that's like the number one driver as to why I would want to do it. Right?
Yeah, and I think for me, I'm trying to make every decision that I possibly can in my life based around my values. And my values are time with friends and family, taking care of my mental and physical health, doing things that are adventurous and make me feel alive, and growing a business that makes a lot of money while simultaneously helping people live a healthier and deeper life. So when it comes to an opportunity like opening a gym in Central America, it's a no-brainer because it aligns with my value structure completely. And I think for people to become healthy and to lead healthier lives, coming up with your fundamental values and then basing decisions around those values might be the most important thing you could do for your health. Way more important than an aura ring and athletic greens.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We've experienced that when you have values set in place or things that you're working towards, it influences so many. Like when we trained for that marathon last summer, think about how many days you made maybe a better decision because you knew the run you had to do the next day, or even the day of, like the way you treat your body because you're working towards something that's aligned with your values. It does keep you in check. And so, like you said, having whether it's those values to help keep you in check, things to work towards to keep you in check, like you said, so much more valuable than the latest fucking wearable or the latest fad diet, whatever it is, right?
Yeah. And so I think we can, like, just getting back to the original thing with those four doctors and just wrapping up a short episode here, is like when you look at that Dr. Happy, okay, so what are you doing in your life that genuinely brings you happiness and joy? Do that every day. Dr. Diet, make conscious food decisions every day. Eat real food, plain and simple. Dr. Movement, move the body. Doesn't have to be structured, just move your body every single day. It's a biological need, you need to do it. And then Dr. Quiet, if you want to excel in your life and do well in every area, you need quiet time. So that's sleep, that's meditation, that's breath work. So if you just structured your day with those, something that makes you happy, making conscious decisions when it comes to your eating, moving your body, and prioritizing quiet time, whether that's good sleep, meditation, breath work, you are going to be healthy if you just do those four things.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think that's a great way to wrap it up. I think a lot of people, one of the harder things about that though is like kind of where do you start, or like how do I find these values? Maybe a discussion for another day. But
And I
I
also think
agree.
that's why we're here. Like, a
Yeah,
part of what we want to do is help people make those decisions and dig a little deeper into those things. So sometimes you need help. Like, there's people to help guide you in life for that exact reason.
unreal, boys.
Okay, good episode. Hope you enjoyed listening. We'll see you guys on the next one.